Yo, it's James here. And now that the holiday season has passed us by, it is time to look towards New Year's and the new year of 2023. I want to say 2022 was a great year for music. Super grateful for all the dope artists that dropped this year, all the dope albums. It was fantastic. So now I'm hoping 2023 can be even better because you want every year to be better than the last, realistically speaking. So with that being said, I'm gonna look in this video at some artists I really hope drop this year and some artists I just like really want to hear from because either it's been a little while or just because I absolutely love them. I want to hear as much as I can from them. So yeah, with that all being said, let's just get right into it. So the first artist I want to talk about who I would love to hear from in 2023 is Isaiah Rashad. Um, as time goes on with this channel and I talk more about music, one thing is going to be very clear, and that is that Isaiah Rashad is my favorite artist. His music means a lot to me on an emotional level, and just also just like on a level as just like a pure listener, just the way it sounds too, it just clicks with me in a way no other artist music does. So I love Isaiah Rashad, and I really, really would love to hear a project from him in 2023. If you look back at his discography, the gap between Sylvia Demo and the Sunstar Raid was 2 years. It was Sylvia was 2014, Sunstar Raid was 2016. But then he had that infamous 5 year gap between the Sunstar Raid and the House is Burning. So he's not someone who has like a consistent release schedule. But I'm hoping that the gap between his last project, The House is Burning, and whatever his next one is closer to that Sylvia, the Sun's Tirade gap, which would mean that he'd be dropping an album in 2023. Will he? I don't know. But the premise of this video isn't will or won't they. It's more so I want them to, and I really want Isaiah Rashad to drop a project this coming year because he's my favorite artist, and also I just think it'd be good for hip hop, man. Isaiah Rashad is so super super talented. He consistently drops some of the best projects every year he drops. His sound is so unique. His style is so him. It's so authentic and just very much like unlike anything else you really hear. So I think it would be great for hip hop and for all the Isaiah Rashad fans out there, including myself. So I really want to hear from Isaiah. Hope he comes out this year with some dope music. And yeah, he's the first entry in this video. The next artist I want to talk about is Tyler the Creator. I feel like of all the people on this list, Tyler is the most likely to drop in 2023. And that's just because even going back to his early career, like Goblin era, he's dropped an album every 2 years consistently. So he does have a consistent release schedule. And I feel like he'll probably keep that up in 2023. So with that being said, I'm really excited to see what Tyler comes up with for his next project. Assuming he drops in 2023. Tyler has been on a historic run recently since Flower Boy. The run of Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, both 3 album of the year candidates of the year that came out, and 3 of the best albums to come out within that span in general, from 2017 to 2022, we'll say, because that's like a 5 year span. All 3 of them are like top level candidates for album of that like 5 year span. They're all fantastic. Tyler is insane. His evolution as an artist has been amazing to see. I wasn't as privy to him early in his career, like the Goblin era. That was like before my time in hip hop, I guess you could say. But I went back and visited those projects, and they're all solid. But like, to me, they still pale in comparison to what he's doing now. And I think just the way he's evolved is so amazing. Tyler, fantastic artist, such a unique sound, such a unique artist to have. Grateful that we have him in today's game, and I'm super excited to see what he comes out with. And I really, really hope he drops in 2023. The next artist I want to talk about is Frank Ocean. Yeah, all right. So 2023 will be 7 years since Frank Ocean's last album dropped. That's insane. Blonde is one of my favorite albums of all time. It's probably in my top 5 favorite albums of all time. Frank Ocean is absolutely phenomenal, and he is missed greatly. Like, it's so weird to see an artist go on this long of a stretch without dropping anything and still be as relevant as he is. I don't know of any other artist that's really like done that recently, because you have people who consider him like one of the greatest in his like lane of his kind of type of music he has, and they're doing that based off like 4 albums and off of him being inactive for the most part for the past 7 years, about to be 7 years, and that just speaks to like how good his projects are and how good his music has been. Because even outside of Blonde, Channel Orange is fantastic. Uh, Nostalgia Ultra, Endless, like his albums are really really good. He doesn't really miss with his music. He just doesn't drop music. So for that reason, I'm really hoping to hear from him in 2023. I miss Frank. I love Frank. I think the world could use more Frank, and I really really hope he comes back in 2023. Will he? I don't know. I really, because every year we've been saying we hope he comes back, and he hasn't. And it's understandable, with like things going on with him. You know, it makes sense that he hasn't dropped, but I just would love to hear from him. At least some more singles, like In My Room and DHL would be great. Something, Frank, please, come on. But yeah, Frank Ocean, super, probably number one on the list of who I want to hear from, just because it's been so long. Definitely, but definitely deserves a spot in this video. So hopefully he drops this coming year. The next artist I would love to hear from is Chance the Rapper. Um, Chance still needs his redemption. Because the big day dropped and it was incredibly mid. I think the badness of the album gets blown a little bit out of proportion. It's not great, but I don't think it's as bad as some people say. However, it pales in comparison to his old projects, his old mixtapes, Coloring Book, Acid Rap, 10 Day, all far superior. And I think that's a big problem is that he set the standard so high that his debut album being The Big Day was so disappointing that it just made people crap on it even more. But he really needs his redemption. He needs to come through with a good project and just set the record straight that he is still a good artist in this game and that he can still put in good work. I believe in Chance the Rapper. I think Chance the Rapper can still be solid, but he needs to come through. I miss Chance, and like his and he's another artist whose style is still like so unique and so nice to have in hip hop that I really just want to hear more of it, and I really really hope he can come through and deliver that style and deliver it well. So yeah, Chance the Rapper for sure. Hoping to hear from in 2023, definitely. The final artist I want to hear from in 2023, J. Cole. It hasn't been that long since we heard from Cole. Similar to Isaiah and Tyler, he dropped a project back in 2021. But I just love Cole, so I always want more Cole. He's in my top 5 favorite rappers. He was instrumental in getting me into hip hop with KOD. I talked about it that in one of my videos. So any Cole we can get, I'm happy with, and I really would love to hear him drop another project. Uh, on a serious note, I'm interested to see how the rest of Cole's career is going to play out because, in a way, it feels like he's sort of in the twilight of it, just because he's so much everywhere else outside of just being a pure rapper. Because he produces now. He's Dreamville. He's got Dreamville going on. He's got an incredibly talented roster there that he can focus his efforts on, kind of propping them up instead of propping himself up because he's already made it at this point. So I really, in terms of him as a pure rapper, I'm interested to see where the rest of his career is going. And he's still very much killing it. It's not like he's fallen off or anything. He's still an absolutely elite level rapper in the game. He had arguably the best feature of the year this year with Johnny P's Caddy. And the offseason was a dope album. So he's still very much a good rapper. I don't know how much more rapping, primarily rapping, he really wants to do in his career. I'm not like speculating. I'm really curious about that. But regardless, I would love to hear at least one more primarily rapping album from him because I think he still has a lot left in the tank in regards to that. And I would love to hear it this year because, the sooner the better. I just love Cole. Would love to see him do some great stuff. And I'm just really excited for anything he does. So if he could drop this year, that'd be fantastic. Definitely want to hear from Cole in 2023. So yeah, that's 5 artists I would most love to hear from in 2023. There's more, of course. It's not just those 5, but those are probably the 5 biggest ones for me personally. But yeah, I'm just hoping for some really dope music to come out this year from people all across the board, all different genres, especially hip hop, because like I said, that's my main thing. But other genres too. I just want to hear dope music every year, and especially in 2023. So yeah, best of luck to us hip hop and music consumers in general. And I want to thank y'all for listening again. If you made it this far, I really appreciate y'all. And yeah, that's it. Peace out, y'all. Love.